Robin Star Cup. I am your host, Asylum, and with me is my guest today, the coach of the Rat Funkers, the legend himself, Mad Catter. How are you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Better than I was last week, but all things considered.
It seems like you've been having a little bit of a tough off season so far, but let's jump into it right away. Uh, Speaking of the off season, how do you feel transitioning from the off season to the league right now?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I've been doing a lot of skirmishes, things like that. I'm feeling much more comfortable than I was last week when I created,
Did you know
made my
that the
team
new
here.
Cabal HD
But
globes have been
I'm
selling
feeling a lot
like
more
hotcakes
comfortable.
from
I
all
think my
over
chances
the
are
Don't confuse
about
the
as
viewers
as good as anybody else's at this
means
point.
they've been selling fast
It's always important to
from
put
the
your team through the
mermaid out of
paces
Cake
before
and
the
Jack.
season starts, and it seems like you have a interesting matchup for your first week going against the Norsemen Long Haul and their coach Strom. How do you feel going into that match?
Well, Strom is probably our most experienced coach, I should say. I'm not very familiar with the Norsemen, and their abilities and things like this. Looks like they're pretty good blockers. Again, I feel it's anyone's match. I've developed some strategies if the fates allow. If the fates allow. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get beat up pretty thoroughly, but we shall see.
So, it does seem like they are a very physical lineup. Lots of block on their team, lots of frenzy. What do you feel about the matchup of your team, seeming to be a more speed-oriented team going against a more physical team?
Well, it doesn't bother me too much. I've already gone, in skirmishes. I've tried going up against similar teams, to more blockers or more actually more brawly teams. Same different in my book with my strategy. I really think. I just have to.
The
I got
Guild
to
of
watch my
Bandits
lanes and watch what he's
affiliated
doing, and
trades.
I'm an
take
honorary
advantage where I
member,
can.
Jim.
Yes, I saw your
So,
infamous
you mentioned about
after-dinner
watching
speech
your
at
lanes.
last year's
Is that the
GBAC
kind of play
Awards.
style that we're going to be looking for,
The
where you're
following
going to
riot was
try
really quite
to
wonderful.
take advantage of certain mismatches and try to use your speed to open up lanes?
Well, with a team like team set up like the Skaven, you almost have to create those advantages. You have to create confusion. You have to do all this other stuff, and it's pretty much like my guys are going to die out there. I get that. They're fracking rats. It's squishier than anything. My goal is to avoid that as much as possible, and to, like you said, create that disadvantage. Or maybe I said that. I don't care. But yeah.
So, going from your first week matchup to just the league in general, who do you think is your biggest competition?
That's a good question. All these coaches, we got some new coaches, some that haven't prepared as much as others. I already know that. I did watch the first matchup of the week.
Did you
I was
bathroom
intrigued by the
facilities
Amazons,
have only been built in modern stadia since the last
but
decade. Before that, the waste was
I think
well,
Strom's
actually,
going to be
no one knows where
the
it
team
went.
to beat. I mean, his long haul is it's all about the coach, in that one. So I want to see how he plays, and once I get through this first match, I'll have a better idea of who my competition actually is.
Yes, it does seem like Strom does have the reputation of being one of the better coaches in the league. Not taking anything away from the other coaches, of course. Now, with that said, what are your goals heading into the season?
Learn as much as I can. I'm still new at this. My goal is to win more than I lose, and keep my players alive as long as possible. Hard to do with these squishy rats, but it is doable. Especially once we get some experience under our belts, or under our tails, whatever you want to say. It
It
But
is.
yeah, winning a little bit more than losing is all my main goal.
It seems like a good goal to set going into the first competition in the NCM league. Thank you, Coach Catter, for spending time with us, and we look forward to seeing you out on the field.
Did you know fan
That's a pleasure.
memorabilia has a
I'm
thriving black
I'm ready to rock.
Players have to be careful.
My team's ready to rock. We'll see how this goes.
All
right, good luck out there. Thank you, everyone, for joining. This is Asylum, signing off.
Before harvesting.